It was a volatile week as expected with the election and the Fed meeting driving headlines, but here's what you need to know. The Fed followed through with the 25 basis point cut as planned, and it looks likely that we're going to see an additional cut in December. Powell did sound really optimistic on inflation, and I'd love to hear him talk about some of the things that we've discussed in these updates, specifically improvements in core PCE, looking at 3 and 6 month trends. And he did also acknowledge the lag in shelter data, which is inflating reported inflation numbers. Yeah, it's looking like we might have to wait until January or February to see much improvement in rates just because of the tough year over year comparisons that we're going to have here to close out the year. CPI and PPI inflation numbers are going to come out next week, and we'd love to see some lower reads on inflation, knowing that those real-time shelter costs would bring inflation way down if they were caught up, but still waiting on that to catch up in the reports. The election outcome, of course, did move a lot of markets, and the initial reaction to a likely Republican majority in the Senate was to push money into stocks, which didn't really help mortgage rates, although people are looking to move their money market accounts into another vehicle, since lowering the Fed funds rate will lower the return on money in accounts like high yield savings, and people just might move that money into bonds. The labor market did continue to put up strong numbers. We saw low initial jobless claims, but a steady trend in higher continuing claims, which is actually a welcome sign for mortgage rates. And despite what interest rates are doing, housing appreciation remains steady. CoreLogic reported year-over-year gains, and ICE showed basically similar positive trends. The average age of home buyers does continue to rise. It's now at an all-time high of 38 for first-time home buyers. And with the cost of housing and borrowing, a lot of Americans are just delaying purchases longer than in previous years. But with the Fed's next meeting on December 18th, there's a lot of reason to be optimistic that inflation will continue to come down, which will set the stage for more cuts in early 2025. But next week's inflation reports will, give us some more clarity, and I'll be back next Friday with another update for you. Have a great weekend.